what's up guys, my name is Stock Source and welcome to Late Night Market Recap. This is a new series I'm going to be doing, basically going over what happened in the day when it comes to the terms of the market. And I'm going to be going over a couple of articles describing what exactly happened in detail. Anyways, let's get right into the first one where it says airlines prepare for Hurricane Dorian travel disruptions. Basically, as you might know, there's a hurricane called Dorian coming for the state of Florida, and airlines are going to have to adjust for that. For example, American Airlines says travelers booked September 2 to 3rd or to or from 13, they can change their tickets without paying a fee or difference in fare. Now right up here I have the daily for American Airlines. As you can see, let me zoom right in. They are red on the day for August 30th. When it comes to the weekly is the bottom one right here. When it comes to the weekly, they are still green. Next one is JetBlue and Spirit. They're going to be doing the same thing as American Airlines. Let me bring JetBlue up. Red for the day, and sadly red for the week as well, but they are pretty close to breaking that. Let me bring up Spirit. Okay. Right here is we the exact same thing, just like JetBlue. Red for the day, and then red for the week as well. Stronger candle for the weekly compared to JetBlue though. Now Southwest, they are doing the same thing. They're not going to charge a flat fee for flight changes as long as the travelers can as long as they can fly within 2 weeks of their original travel date. And let me bring up Love, which is Southwest. For the daily, red. For the weekly, still a pretty strong green candle right there. And now, as of now, the airlines have not canceled any flights since they do not know the exact path of the storm, but that's something to keep in mind for the next up and coming days. Anyway, something that is really going to eat at the profit and the revenue for American Airlines and Southwest, AAL or Love, is that they both have to deal with these. They have to deal with a hurricane, and they're also dealing with Boeing 737 MAX grounding, which is now in its 6th month, and it could stretch all the way into early 2020. So that can really affect the business when it comes to the next earnings. Anyways, let's get right into the next article, which is lower income shoppers fuel gains are dollar chains. Dollar General and Dollar Tree, they have a good, they said sales rose through the most recent quarter, and executives are also working to manage the cost of new tariffs on Chinese goods. Let me bring up Dollar General. As you can see, it's a huge gap for DG right here, both on the daily and of course on the weekly as well. Strong candle on the weekly. Anyways, comparable sales at Dollar General rose 4%, and at Dollar Tree it rose 2.4%. Executive at both chains says that their core low and middle income shoppers are continuing to spend amid low unemployment and rising wages. Now, this right here is amazing news for these two companies, because these two companies, they see most of the traffic come in a in a shitty economy, but as we're in a booming economy and they're still seeing good growth and good traffic, it is amazing. On the other hand, Dollar Tree reported lower profits as expenses rose. That's why we bring up Dollar Tree, TLTR. If I'm, yep. It's not drastic like DG. It is still a green candle, a strong green candle for the daily and for the weekly as well, but it's nothing compared to Dollar General. Now, a reason for this is the executive CEO and blamed it on a global helium shortage, which caused some sales weakness. So, since there was a shortage of helium, they couldn't sell balloons during events like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, and Father's Day, along with graduation. But hopefully, the company can overlook that and get that fixed for the next quarter. Let's go right into the next one, which is Ulta, which is a huge disappointment for the day. As you can see right here is a huge gap down, almost $100 down, about 30% lost in one day, and then with a huge red weekly candle as well. Reason for this is that Ulta Beauty, they're saying they reported a slowdown in sales of color cosmetics as shoppers shift to skincare and other beauty products. So their customers are moving to another product. They're going to be losing sales, they're going to be losing profits, which is really going to hurt the core business. And the company also says sales will slow down this year and lowered profit forecast. Initially, they had a expected comparable sales to grow 6 to 7%, but now they've lowered that to 4 to 6% this year. That's why such a drastic pull down. Now the next one is Campbell Soup, CPB. CPB reported improved profitability in its latest quarter thanks to cost cuts and increased sales of soup and snacks in the US. Anyways, they're making money because they're cutting corners and an increase in sales for the soup and snacks. Now, its snacks segment, it rose 3% to 967 million during the quarter, and the soup segment also increased 3% in the US as well. And the company also expects proceeds of 3 billion from selling their brands like Australian Biscuit and Arnott's. And according to the CEO, Mr. Klaus or Mr. Mark Klaus, the company is going to be using that 3 billion to pay down some debt. Cap also said that they expect sales to grow between 1 and 3% for the full year, so they have a positive outlook for the year. Now, the next one's will be Twitter. Let me bring that up as well to get this out right here for you guys. Perfect. So Twitter had a red daily candle. Weekly candle is a small little green one. Anyways, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter and Square, his account was hacked today, and the hacker used it to tweet racist and erratic content. And Twitter spokesman Brandon Borman, which is basically Twitter security, they caught on to this. They tweeted that Dorsey's account was compromised and that the company was investigating the issue. An hour later, they were able to secure his account, and that the Twitter and broader system was not affected by the hacker at all. Although this is very negative news, and this news did come out after the markets closed, so as you can see right here, the stock wasn't able to react to this that much. But since it was after the market closed, and then questions start to rise, for example, right here, the question started to rise of how secure Twitter is when it comes to accounts for world leaders such as President Trump. When the market opens on Monday, if investors still remember this topic, then this stock might get hurt a little bit, just a little bit. Anyways, but Twitter being Twitter, they responded to this by making a meme out of it and posting GIFs or poking fun at the situation. Nothing new coming from Twitter, pretty much. Next one's be Tesla. Tesla's gonna be raising nice. Tesla's gonna be raising prices in China due to tariffs. Let me zoom in on this. Green on the weekly, red on the daily, as you can see right there. Let me actually zoom out for you guys so you can see a broader range. Anyways, Tesla is going to be raising its prices in China for the Model 3, for an imported version of the Model 3, from 49,750 to 50,870, pretty much a $1,000 increase. But China is going to be increasing a tariff on US made cars in December. It will go back up to 40% from 15%. So Tesla, this might not be the only price increase for the Model 3, for the imported Model 3. Luckily, Tesla does have a factory in China that they just built, and the locally built Model 3 is going to be avoiding these tariffs and price increases, and it has a price of 45,860. So almost $5,000 cheaper than an imported Model 3. But that is still considered expensive by the market standard in China. Another reason for the increase in the price of the imported Model 3 is because there's a devaluation of the yuan. It's the currency for China. So the company also expects their factory to start production this year, and they're expecting to achieve production on a large scale in 2020. Now the last article is be about Dell Technologies. Let me bring up Dell, DELL. They gapped up today on the 30th. They're pretty big weekly as well. Anyways, Dell, they posted a positive earning, and they're easing fears of a slowdown in the technology sector because of a high demand of personal computers. After the PC maker delivered quarterly earnings that beat analyst estimates and a recorded 11.75 billion in revenue in its PC division. Now, because of this, other PC makers also rose, like HP rose 1.11%, all because of good news on one company. But others haven't done as well as Dell. For example, HP, they reported flat revenue in their latest quarter. Although there were strong sales on desktop computers, they were offset by weaker performance in its printing business. As well as Cisco forecasts weaker than expected growth this quarter on lower spending from telecommunication companies and weakness in China. So not the whole sector or not the whole industry is doing as well as Dell. But there is signs of optimism for the industry. Global PC shipments rose in the second quarter after 2 quarters of decline, so that's some positive news right there. And worldwide shipments totaled 63 million for the quarter ended in June, up 1.5% from a year earlier. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. Some good and bad every around for the first article. Something definitely to look at if the airlines are going to cancel those flights. It is going to chip out their revenue. Dollar General and Dollar Tree doing amazing and booming economy. If a recession does happen, they might do even better. Ulta, they got completely destroyed. Just very negative news and very bad outlook for the business in general. Campbell Soup is doing pretty well. Yes, I would definitely continue having an eye on it, but it's not doing that bad. Twitter, very bad news for the company in general, for the security of the company. I'm interested to see what's going to happen on Monday, so that's definitely something I'm going to look at. Tesla is I'm not too sure on how Tesla will react to this. We'll definitely look at it because they do have a factory in China that they can combat these tariffs. And then for Dell and the PC industry, and it's just something to look at for the next quarter. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day. I'm have the links to all these articles in the description, so go check it out and read if you want. I just highlighted the major topics. Anyways, that's enough for Stock Source. I hope you have a good night.